What's up? It's Destiny back again with another video. Do you see the skin, the melanin? Baby, this is what you call sun-kissed, okay? Sun-kissed. Ooh, I just love it. Who's calling? Give me a minute, give me a minute. What's up, guys? It's Destiny back again with another video, and I'm changing my course. I was gonna come on here and do a story time, but I changed my mind because that story time is pretty heavy and it's pretty recent, so I want to give it some more time, give it some more thought. Y'all, the setup is real janky right now, so I don't know what to do, okay? But what I wanted to talk about is something, so in the city that I live in, it has been, this was like maybe a month ago, somebody made a Facebook status saying that, you know, someone was killed in the city. And then someone came on and was like, yeah, it's all those sage burners causing all the deaths in the city, and they're the downfall of the black people in the community. And baby, I was offended. The sage burners. The sage burners? Baby, I burn my sage. I burn my Palo Santos. Okay? I charge my crystals. Baby, I drink my moon water. I talk to the spirits. You feel me? What you mean the sage burners is bringing destruction, evil, and demise to the black community? A black woman said this. I was in such an uproar. If you follow me on Instagram, then you probably saw where I made videos about this. But I wanted to just come here because to me, that shows a lot of ignorance. And let me explain myself. There's good and bad with everything. There's good sage burners and there's bad sage burners. Just like there's good Christians and bad Christians. Good Muslims and bad Muslims, good Buddhists and bad Buddhists, good monks and bad monks. There's good and bad with literally everything, with everyone, with every group of people. You cannot stereotype. You cannot put a blanket statement out on a group of people, on a religion, on a race, ethnicity of people. You can't do that. You sound so ignorant when you do. So, my challenge is for people. Oh, and when I posted my response, I got a couple phone calls. Well, you don't know what she talking about. It is some people down there doing voodoo and doo-doo and dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. You don't know about them people over there that's doing this and da-da-da. Again, to put a blanket statement on a group of people is ignorance. I don't care. I don't care. Yes, there are some people that are supposedly doing voodoo and hoodoo that don't know what they're doing, and they could be causing harm. There are. Just like there are some Christians that don't know that's causing harm. You feel what I'm saying? Again, so you cannot group people into one and say that it's all this and that. What my challenge is for people, because I'm not the be-all, know-all, end-all. I'm not that. I'm here learning, because you always want to be in a state where you're learning. I'm here to spread. Girl, it's sweating, honey. I just oiled up my little scalp. Anyway, you always want to be in a position where you're able to learn. And when you're able to teach, you want to be in a position to teach. So we're all walking this earth trying to learn. And just because you don't understand something doesn't mean that you can make statements about those people and their practices. Okay? We have to unlearn and relearn. Most black Americans are considered Christians because that's the religion that your grandparents taught your parents. I had a conversation with my aunt, and I was asking her, is there anyone in our, did any of our ancestors that you know of practice African spirituality? Did anybody practice hoodoo? Did anybody do any of that? Nope. We were just all Christian. And so for me, airplane. So for me, that brings a challenge. So for me, that brings a challenge when I'm trying to connect with my ancestors and the things that they practiced before they got to this land, or even if they were in this land before they were stripped of their culture, before they were stripped of their beliefs, before they were stripped of who they were. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to connect. And what I strongly believe is when you reach out to Spirit, Spirit talks back to you. What's laid on your heart is who you are. What's laid on your heart is your desires. What's laid on your heart is confirmation for what you're seeking. So for me to be so interested and invested in these practices lets me know that I'm going along the right path of seeking out the information. It lets me know that somewhere in my lineage this was practiced. Maybe it's not on my mom's side, because according to the DNA or the ancestry results, we just Nigerian and Caucasian. But on my dad's side, we're African and Native American. There's no Caucasian over there. So maybe this tugging that I'm feeling isn't coming from my mom's side, and maybe it's coming from my dad's side. And so I'm trying to get my dad, hey, we got to talk to the elders. We need to know what's what. We need to know what's going on, because there's no reason that I would have this song, this hard pulling on my heart, on my spirit, to look into these practices and not have anyone in my lineage that has done this before. You know what I'm saying? So we have to unlearn literally everything. I always say this, and I'm going to continue to say this. Am I sweaty? But we have to unlearn and relearn. When slavery happened, genocide, when that massacres, when all those things happened, we were stripped away from what was true to us. And then the ancestors that are closer to us, like our great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, they had to survive off of what they were given. We can't fault them for that. We can't fault none of our ancestors for what they did. All we can do is take out the time to unlearn and relearn. And that is something that I'm doing. And this is something that I'm encouraging you to do. And it might not be in regards to religion, just in regards to life, period. People like to say, oh, you're cursing if you're using 4-letter words. When a curse is merely saying I'm sick, I have this, I have that, that is a curse. Okay? So it's unlearning and relearning everything. The way that you handle food, the way that you eat, the way that you think, the way that you write, everything has to be unlearned and relearned. And baby, it's a process. Trust me. It's a process that I'm doing. It's a process that I'm trying to teach my kids. But they're still close from coming from Creator that they already question stuff. Okay. Okay. Let me finish this. Told y'all, real mom shit. So what was I saying? They're still close from coming from Spirit. So when they do things, I watch. And I'm like, he's doing it the way that we're supposed to be doing. Like the way that we eat, how we have all the things on our plate and we just be, I'm eating everything. No, we're supposed to be mono eaters. Like the babies do, they eat one. You could have 3 items on their plate. They're gonna only focus on one at a time. They're not gonna mix here and there. They're gonna eat the French fries first, then the macaroni, then the nuggets, you know, whatever it is that you feed your kids, one at a time. Mono eaters. That's how we're supposed to eat, because our stomachs can only digest certain things. Our stomachs can't digest properly all those mixed up foods. That's why you have all this irritable bowel syndrome, acid reflux, gastritis, all these things, because we're not eating properly. Unlearn and relearn. Okay? So I just wanted to share that, because that really, like, it was just so ignorant to say that people who practice something different from what you're used to, and to say that they're bringing destruction to the community. And the person who made this was in a generation, like, she's probably my parents' age. I don't personally know her, but she's probably like my parents' age, and we know how that generation before us was. Whatever they were told, they believe, and they go with it. They don't ask questions, they don't research. This is what they're told, they're going with it, it don't matter. So they expect us to be the same way. That's not the case. And that's not the case for, like, my kids. But yeah, like I said, I'm not the know-all be-all. I follow a couple of people that are teaching about the spirituality that my spirit is called towards, and I'm learning. And I check everything with spirit when I pray to God, like, is this for me? Am I going along the right path? Give me signs. Then I get all types of things. When I ask God for a sign, baby, don't play. Do not play. I'll get a hawk watching me for weeks. I'll get squirrels watching me for weeks. I'll get frogs. I get everything. When I ask God for a sign, you okay? You just flipped. Accidentally. You're okay. When I ask for a sign, I get a sign. I get the confirmation that I need. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. I don't know what you practice. It doesn't matter. I'm not against anything. I'm not against anyone. What I'm against is people trying to down people or be negative to people because they're different from them. Don't do that. If you want to be like the lady, ignorant, willfully ignorant, and then try to group people into one box, to me that's not cool. But anyway, this video is getting a little long. I just wanted to come and talk about that. So what do you practice? Do you know the practices of your ancestors? Do you know what they followed, what they practiced? Leave it in the comments below. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I know I talk about an array of topics here. It's so much to talk about. There's so much to share. There's so much to learn. And I want this to be that safe space, you know. Like I said, I don't know everything. I'm still learning. So yeah, if you love someone, tell them I love you all. Bye.